Hello, namaste, good morning, good morning. It's 9 o'clock here in Abu Dhabi, and yesterday was the birth anniversary of my guru, Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. And I woke up just having this desire to meditate, which seems, I don't know, maybe like a funny desire to have. But I woke up feeling like I was already meditating, just feeling so much peace and silence within. And so I've just finished doing some yoga, and I was listening to this beautiful music here, Sahaja Yoga instrumental meditation music. And I thought, still in honor of his birthday, I would read just a few passages. I mean, this book is, I think there are like 500 pages, and I've highlighted so many of the pages. There are so many amazing, wonderful quotes and pointers, as we say in the non-duality world. So let's just go to this first page here. People were always asking Maharaj, how do you bring it about? How do you become enlightened? How do you find the absolute supreme self? And he said, you can do nothing to bring it about, but you can avoid creating obstacles. Watch your mind, how it comes into being, how it operates. As you watch your mind, you discover yourself as the watcher. When you stand motionless, only watching, you discover yourself as the light behind the watcher. The source of light is dark. Unknown is the source of knowledge. That source alone is. Go back to that source and abide there. It is neither in the sky nor in the all-pervading ether. God is all that is great and wonderful. I am nothing, have nothing, can do nothing, yet all comes out of me. The source is me, the root, the origin is me. When reality explodes in you, you may call it experience of God, or rather, it is God experiencing you. God knows you when you know yourself. Reality is not the result of a process. It is an explosion. It is definitely beyond the mind, but all you can do is to know your mind well. Not that the mind will help you, but by knowing your mind, you may avoid your mind disabling you. You have to be very alert, or else your mind will play false with you. It is like watching a thief. Not that you expect anything from a thief, but you do not want to be robbed. In the same way, you give a lot of attention to the mind without expecting anything from it. Watching the mind, abiding prior to the watcher, the light. And as he said, the source of light is the dark, it's the unknown. So many teachers talk about going back and back and back, going prior to the body, prior to the I am concept, prior to all thoughts and ideas, prior even to the awareness, consciousness, subject-object duality. Continue to go back until you can go no farther. And abide. Abide. You can use the concept I am to root yourself in the present moment. I so hum. Watching the mind, making sure that you're not believing thoughts which aren't true, because that is what creates stress, and that is what creates the false Maya, the false reality. Nisargadatta said, almost all thoughts are untrue. I am. Something is here. Something is conscious. Something is aware and alive and awake. No need to label it. No need to try to define it. Just be. Be with it. Be it. Be that which you cannot not be. There's no effort because you are already that. No effort is needed. You're just simply noticing, remembering, realizing, I am. I am this presence. I am this consciousness. I am this awareness which is always aware. Abiding in the absolute. I am that I am. And of course, eventually you realize there's no I inside. There's no little person running around in the brain controlling everything with, pulling the levers and whatnot. There's just this emptiness, fullness, this nothing appearing as everything, this aliveness, this divine creativity and intelligence, this divine prem, divine love, which is simply expressing itself, pulsating, living, watching, doing. And you're simply noticing, resting in silence, resting as stillness. I am. I am. Repeating I am might seem like you're reaffirming the ego or the separate self, but this is not what we're doing. We're just simply rooting ourselves in this present moment, realizing the suchness of this moment, the aliveness, the presence of a purity, a pure beingness that doesn't come or go. Keeping ourselves in the present moment, realizing that past and future are only concepts created by the brain. In reality, there is no past, there is no future. There's only ever the present moment. Now, now, now. This moment has the stamp of reality upon it. This is the moment where the aliveness is. This is always where and when life is in this present moment. It's now. Sending peace and love throughout your body. Sending peace and love to the world. Sending peace and love to all humanity, to all plants, trees, and animals. May all sentient beings be free of suffering. May they be at peace. May they realize their true nature, their inherent divinity. I am. I Life is unfolding all by itself, and awareness is simply watching the dance, listening to the song, the Gita, the song of the Lord, which, by the way, is maybe a little loud. Just filling yourself with more and more positive energy. Not that this is just about positive energy, but in this moment it is present. It arises all by itself. This feeling of peace, this sense of relaxation, this presence of love and compassion and mercy within the heart. It naturally arises because it is your true nature. And as we see that, experience it, we can, in a sense, make room for it, cultivate it perhaps. But I think it's more making room for that universal love which is always and already present anyways. No longer resisting God's love. No longer in denial of what is true. Softening the body, softening the mind, softening the heart, allowing yourself to be blessed by the universal grace of the absolute supreme reality, which is always present. It's always present. It's what you are. It takes no time to get there because you are that. It takes no distance because you are that. It is omnipresent and eternal. It's this aliveness, this presence. I am. And as we soften and melt and center, we start to feel the energy centers awaken. We feel the energy flowing through the body, through our consciousness. And we feel as if everything is merging with everything else. We can no longer find the boundaries of self. Where do I begin and where does the world begin? The two melt and merge, and we realize that all is one. Everything is made, comprised of the same consciousness, the same energy, the same space, the same love. There is one love, one light, one freedom. Nothing has actually ever been bound. Nothing has actually ever been separate. That is the play of Maya, the play of illusion. Everything has always been what it is, this Parabrahman, absolute. So we relax, we settle, we abide. We just watch the body breathe all by itself, inhaling and exhaling all by itself. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, no one to be. these moments we are not meditating. We are just being. Eyes could be open, eyes can be closed. It makes no difference to the beingness. But meditation is kind of like a sensory deprivation tank where we say, okay, world, you're fine. We're not separate from you, but we're just going to gently, quietly turn within so that we're not distracted by all the colors and all the shapes and all the forms of the material world. We're just coming in to a more sensitive, lighter reality. Something more subtle and not gross. With our eyes closed, we can feel those subtle energies more profoundly. Sensing, scanning through the body and the mind, finding any places that feel tense, any places that seem to be holding. And we just simply breathe love into those places and allow them to melt and relax. There's no doer. There's no one doing this. It's just appearing all by itself. It's an appearance. It's what is presenting itself in this moment. A lot of times, if we just mention the word of something, our concentration, our focus moves to that energy. So if we say love, it's there. We've tuned into the love like a radio station. Love, compassion, mercy, loving kindness, gratitude, beauty, thankfulness, freedom, devotion, God, the universe, the divine, the absolute supreme reality. Just mentioning these words, we are communing with these energies. We're tuning in because there are so many energies in the universe. There's also fear, sadness, and sometimes these things need to be open to as well. But we allow them to flow through us. We're no longer identifying with them. We're no longer getting stuck in the dramatic stories that the mind is telling. We're just simply acknowledging whatever is in the present moment. And sometimes that's fear, anxiety, sadness, maybe anger. This is just the play of the gunas, the energies. It's the expression of life. These are the emotions and the feelings that we experience as human beings. but we embrace them and allow them to enter and flow as awareness, as this love, this unconditional love that allows everything to arise because it is. And this unified love, it doesn't see opposites, it doesn't see separation. Everything is just the play of consciousness, and it's not afraid to let anything or everything arise. Moving on to the next song.
Can a person trust a...
But after the commercial. Well, hello. Here we go. Actually, yeah, maybe it's a good time to to just do a little bit of chanting, which is also, of course, very nice to do, which can help deepen the meditation, which I said we're not doing. It's not that we can't meditate, it's just that we're going beyond the presence of I and other. I am the doer, I am the meditator. And we are left with just pure meditation, just an emptiness and a fullness. Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Satchitanandamudaya Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitanandamudaya Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitanandamudaya
Prapanchaya Shantaya Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Triambakam Yajamahe Sagundim Pushtivarnanam Urvarugam Ivavananam Brityo Mukshyamam Ratat Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Makashti Dukha Bhagvavet. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Prema Swarupa, Prema Swarupa, Prema Swarupa.
meditation never ends. It continues. The meditation is always now. It's always just this awareness of consciousness. It's always happening until the two melt into each other, and then there is simply emptiness, fullness, nothing appearing as everything. Even now, all there is this. Stay in your heart. Abide in your heart, not as a prisoner, but as the resident in the heart, your home of homes. Remain in this love, this compassion. Have mercy on yourself. As Stephen Levine used to say, you may kiss the bride or the groom. Meditation is the marriage of love, lover, and beloved, the three which are not separate, realizing their unity, their oneness as pure love, pure presence, pure light. It's falling in love with love itself, with the origin of love. Where does love come from? What is the nature of love? Is God love? Is love God? What does it feel like in your body, in your heart, in your experience? The presence of love. Or maybe you feel an absence of love and you long for the love of the beloved. I assure you, the beloved has never left you. Love is always present. God is always present. What you truly are is always present. Just